comes in with a 4-receiver set. Tight end off to the left, and the first handoff of the game, and a big hole up the middle. Getting loose is Darian Barnes, and he's all the way home. Touchdown Westwood, 47 yards. Cedar Ridge 0 for 3 on third down thus far in this one. Liston rolling left, under pressure, and brought down for a loss. In the backfield, Seth Moreno gets the stop. After 5 years of the defensive coordinator position at Vandegrift. 3rd and 6, Norrell fires, tipped and picked off. Coming the other way, Mikey Bradshaw is out across the 20-yard line and eventually wrapped up by Pryor. It was tipped and then picked off, and the senior has his first career INT. The Mavericks will have 2nd down and 17 after the 3-yard gain on 1st down and the 10-yard penalty on 2nd down. Cooper offset to the right of Hutchison. Mark Henke down at the bottom, matched up with Lopez. And up top it is Marlon Brown staring down Cody Nasrallah. Cooper running right side, stiff arm, and he's free out to the 50. And he'll be forced out of bounds there, but not before they pick up all the penalty yards back and make it 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, really nice blocking again, creating a hole. Cooper sees the hole, doesn't try to do anything special. He gets through the hole, gets down the field, picks up all the yardage, gets out of bounds. Makes it a very manageable 3rd and 4 after a long 2nd down.
Yeah, that space was created by Jackson Collins. The senior tight end moved over from backup quarterback last year and has had to step up in that tight end role since the injury suffered by Marlon Brown. But Brown, we're told, more of a receiving role tonight. Number 84 has not touched it yet. On 3rd down, Cooper is brought down after a gain of just 1 yard. Good push right up the middle by Pang again. Active start for him. And now the Mavericks are facing a decision, barely in Warrior territory at the 48-yard line. It's 4th down and 3, and they have to get to the 45.
Yeah, no decision here. They're going, it's an offensive game so far. Pang, nice job splitting. The lineman was able to get in, get a hand, make the initial stop or contact, and was able to force the stop. Big play here, 4th down and 3.
Pistol formation with Cooper lined up in the backfield. Off balance line to the right. They'll run it with Cooper, and he is brought down short. The defense for Westwood bows their neck and gets the stop. Yeah. Ball goes over on downs.
Carter Waghorn there comes up and makes a huge play. And, you know, football can be a game of inches. That he brought him down about half a yard short of the 1st down. Westwood, as you said, who can make the first big stop, get the turnover? Westwood makes the first big stop. Now, what's Westwood going to do, and is McNeil going to be able to turn around, stiffen up on defense to return the favor?
First time that either offense has been turned away. And now we'll see if the Westwood Warriors can cash in. They failed to cash in on a couple of short fields last week against Cedar Ridge, although that game was decided relatively early. This game, not so much, as Davis gives. And some space for Barnes. Look out, he could go. Barnes inside the 20 to the 10, the 5, touchdown, 1 play, and lightning strikes for the Warriors.
Darian Barnes made that play right there. McNeil, what happened there? There was a run blitz by McNeil, which works great if you get the tackle in the backfield. Barnes was able to sidestep it and then showed off his speed, which again, we talked a minute ago, he's got really good speed. He was able to turn the corner and then he was gone. And that's a huge play for Westwood right there to take the lead.
For a Westwood team that has not had a 100-yard rushing performance all season long, they were sorely missing their tailback, Nate Anderson. Tonight, it is Barnes nearing 150 yards in the first half with 9:08 to go in the second quarter. Warriors pushing towards a thrilling finish here. This is a very different feel now to this game than it was just 2 or 3 plays ago. Matthew Jack will kick it off. And he will kick it deep. Swist and Cooper playing further back this time. They collide, but Cooper is the one that holds on to the football. And he stumbles out across the 25-yard line, brought down at about the 27.
Well, Cooper's got some speed too. And again, there's not a lot of wasted motion. It's real north-south with Cooper. He's looking to hit the hole, hit the seam. And really, as a kick returner, that's what you want. Somebody that's not going to dance around a lot, but going to hit the seam. Very impressive ability by Cooper.
Now gut check time for McNeil. They trail 21-14. First time they have trailed in tonight's ball game, and the first time they have trailed since the first quarter against Stony Point. Mavericks trying to win 2 in a row for the first time since 2019. Hutchison on the keeper, and he gets into some space. We'll have enough for the first down at the 39-yard line. Easy looking 11-yard gain.
Nice job again by Hutchinson. It was designed to go up the middle. There's nothing there, so he bounced it outside. The reason there was nothing there is the Westwood defensive ends had crashed into the middle, but that freed up the outside. So once he bounced it out and got around big number 72 for McNeil, that's Cook, I believe, right?
Yeah, the only sophomore, the only non-senior on that D-line as we pause for an injured Westwood player.
He fills some space. He's a good-sized young man, and he made a great block there. And he sealed the Westwood defenders that had crashed inside. Hutchinson bounces it out off his right shoulder and gets, as you said, an easy first down on that play.
Well, we're going to step away for just a moment with an injured Westwood Warrior on the field. When we come back, Mavericks with 1st and 10 on their own 39. You're watching Round Rock ISD football on the IHS Fan Webcast Network. Back to the action. Paul Solomon, Jake Herman here at the Keller Reeves Athletic Complex as Luke Hutchison gets into the second layer and turns on the Jets. Big chunk play for Hutchison right there. 2 straight first down carries for number 13.
Boy, you talk about another gear. He was able to put that in another gear when he cut around the corner. Number 13 split the defenders, took a safety again, bringing him down. We talked about Westwood safeties making plays. You don't want to see that, but we continue to see that. McNeil's getting to the second level repeatedly on their running attack.
Might take a lot of points to win tonight, the way the offensive lines and the running backs are having their way. This drive has been all Hutchison so far, the 33. Now they run a screen pass, and the pass is low, incomplete, intended for Trayvon Swist. Seen that a couple times this season. Hutchison has short-armed those screen pass concepts. Those have worked a couple times for touchdowns for McNeil, with Hankey and Swist working together in the flat. Trayvon Swist has not found the end zone since the opening drive touchdown McNeil scored against Round Rock. That was the game in which McNeil was soundly defeated, but Coach Herman says he was, the first time he really felt pleased about the way his defense played. Even though the scoreline didn't reflect it, he thought his team started to buy in and do things the right way at Dragon Stadium that night. 2nd and 10, Hutchison floats it over the middle. Jackson Collins sliding catch at the 20-yard line, first down.
That's a really nice catch there. Again, Westwood crowded the line of scrimmage, and the ball is basically shot-putted over. Hutchinson didn't zip it. He just kind of shot-putted it over. Really nice catch right between 2 Westwood defenders for the first down right around the 20-yard line.
Hutchison's been improving with those touch passes. We saw him drop one in a bucket to Mark Hankey on the game's opening drive for the touchdown. On the season, Luke, 8 passing touchdowns compared with 7 interceptions. At the 21-yard line is where they spotted it. A lot of work for Caleb Cooper early in this one. Haven't seen a lot of Brad Wittenberg yet. He's on the sideline. Hutchison going for it all. Hankey wide open. Touchdown, McNeil.
Yeah, right before the snap, Hutchinson looked over at Hankey, and it was clear it was going that direction. Hankey, one-on-one coverage out there. And again, Westwood's having to key on the run, so you're having to bring your safeties in tight more. You get your corners out on a corner. That's a tough matchup. Hankey's a good receiver. Of course, you've had a lot of Hankeys at McNeil over the years. Very good athletes. It seems like I've called out their names many times over the years doing the stadium announcing.
When the PA announcer remembers your name, you know you're doing something right, as Faulkner splits him on the PAT. Hankey with his first multi-touchdown game, I believe, in his McNeil career. Certainly over the last 2 seasons when he's seen more and more and more targets from Luke Hutchison. They link up for the 21-yard score, and we're tied at 21 apiece with 7:01 to play in the second quarter on the IHS Fan Webcast Network. Live from the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, it's McNeil Mavericks football on the IHS Fan Webcast Network. Tonight, the Mavericks look to get into the win column on their district slate as they welcome the Hutto Hippos, the newest members of District 25 6A and one of the newest 6A teams in all of Central Texas. Alongside Nick Loxley, my name is Jake Herman here on the call this evening as the McNeil Mavericks try to break up a 3-game losing streak which continued last week in a 23-14 loss to the Vista Ridge Rangers.
Yeah, it's going to be a really key week for this McNeil Mavericks football team to really see if they can respond well. They've gotten the bye week, everyone's back healthy, and they're going to need to come out with a response here today and play a full 48 minutes.
Absolutely, and for more on the man who's trying to get them to do just that, we'll let Coach Herman set the table for you when I sat down with him at Mavericks practice this week. Coach, let's talk about last week's game against Vista Ridge. You guys fell behind 20-0 at the break before rallying back, making a one-score game in the fourth quarter. What did you tell your team after this close loss?
Proud of their effort, but you can't play good teams and start slow. So we talked about, when you're in a fight, you can't let the guy that you're fighting against punch you in the mouth 5 times before you decide to throw a punch, and that's kind of what we did. Last Friday night. So got down in a hole, and it was a little bit more than we could overcome.
From a defensive standpoint, how were you guys able to punch back in the second half with the adjustments you're able to make?
We made just a few adjustments scheme-wise, but for the most part, our kids just understood that we just didn't play with the level of aggression that we needed to. So we talk a lot about physicality, and you watch the tape. That's what changed more than anything else, is we were more physical in the second half, and we were able to defeat those blocks and make plays.
And on the offensive side of the ball, you got Caleb Cooper back from his ankle injury, and he was able to convert 2 touchdowns in from close range. On a team that has so many capable ball carriers, what makes Cooper so effective in the red zone?
Well, Cooper does a really good job of running over his pads. He runs hard, but he does a good job of finishing his runs. So in the red zone, he's a really good weapon to have. When you've got as many guys on offense that we have that can carry the ball and do good things with it, we've got to do a better job of getting those guys on the field and getting those guys the ball. And distributing things a little bit more equally, so that defenses have to account for all of them.
And you guys get a little bit healthier during this bye week. Some guys recovering from injury. Besides that, how do you use this week to prepare for what's going to be a tough stretch of district games on the schedule?
Well, we use the bye week to work on issues that we saw against Vista Ridge and some things that we've been dealing with the weeks, even leading up to that. So we spent the bye week working. We had 3 really good practices. We were physical during the bye week. We were working to get better. And then, obviously, with our game plan, already looking ahead towards Hutto. And then that's carried on into this week. But we don't look ahead past that, right? You take things one game at a time. So this week's been all about Hutto and what we're going to do to come out on top tomorrow night.
Yeah, round 2 of district play against the Hippos. How does your defense prepare for third-year returning quarterback Grayson Doggett and that spread offense?
Grayson's thrown the ball really well this year. They had a big victory last week against Westwood. He did a great job. He's getting the ball to his receivers, and their running game is really coming around too. So I think, for us, we've got to put pressure, get pressure in his face, and try to take away some of his favorite targets, make them do some things that are a little bit unconventional.
Coach, thank you.